Kung ako po'y tumakbong governor, nanalo ako, makakaupo ako. Tama po? Pwede?
Yes, kung manalo po kayo.
Kung yung anak ko ay tumakbo na congressman sa 1st District at nanalo po, makakaupo din po.
Yes po, kung namanalo.
Pwede po?
Kung manalo po.
Dalawa na kami. Yung isa ko pong anak, dalawa lang po yung anak ko. Tumakbo naman sa District 2 ng Caloocan at nanalo, makakaupo din po.
Kung manalo po siya.
Manalo po. Tama.
Manalo po
Tatlo na
siya.
kami. Yung asawa ko po na hindi nakikialam sa politika dahil sa batas na may papasa na ito, nagka-interest na. Biglang tumakbo na senador. Pwede pa rin manalo at makaupo yung asawa.
Naku, ang laki ng gastos nyo, Manong
Oo,
Geres.
di bali po.
Manong Egay, ha?
Pero pwede po.
Kung manalo po siya.
Yung pamangking ko po at tumakbo ng vice mayor ng Caloocan, nanalo. Pwede pa rin po makaupo.
Kung manalo po siya, and I hope that is not your plan, ha?
Hindi nga po.
Medyo malaki ang gagastos ninyo.
Na-encourage po ako sa batas nyo eh. Sa panukala nyo. Pwede. 5.
Kung mananalo po, kasi ang taong bayan po ang magde-decide,
Kaya nga po,
Mr. Speaker, Your
alam mo
Honor.
nga lang po kung pwede. Pwede po.
Tama po, kung siya po yung binoto ng ating taong bayan, sila po yung may kapangyarihan. So tama po, mananalo po kung
At
binoto
yung
ng taong bayan.
sister-in-law ko po, kung tumakbo pong mayor at nanalo, pwede pa rin makaupo.
Pag nanalo po at binoto siya ng taong bayan, mauupo po talaga siya.
So, ito po ay hindi po anti-political dynasty law. It will institutionalize political dynasty. At palagay ko po, nag-Pinoy henyo tayo. Pwede ka na pwede. Kaya ang final na sagot ko po, hindi to anti-political dynasty law. Ito po ay isang budol. 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 Yun ang sponsor. Kung ang mandato ng konstitusyon ay pagbawal ang political dynasties, ngunit ang batas na ipapasa natin, it will still allow the domination of political monopoly and will really limit the participation of ordinary citizens. Hindi ba sa tingin nyo pwede itong makwestiyon sa Korte Suprema?
Mr. Speaker, the reason why we are actually trying to at least balance it out, no? To give also primacy to the general principle, which is the equal access for all for public service, and this is in the first line, Article 26, Section 2. No, the state shall ensure equal opportunity to public service, and then there comes the next line, which is prohibiting the anti-political dynasty, is in order that we avoid a possible question or petition before the Supreme Court. That is what we intend to avoid. Because I personally would like to, I should be candid about this, no? Let me be honest with this. It is not, as a form of a track record, it is not good on my reputation to sponsor something which later on struck by the Supreme Court as constitutional. But to give you the direct answer, yes, anything can be questioned before the Supreme Court. This is a Republican democratic country. Anybody can do so.
Salamat po. Nais kong banggitin po sa ating chairman ng Committee on Suffrage and Electoral na napakalayo po ng bersyon ng panukalang batas na tinatalakay natin dito sa bersyon na inaprubahan ng committee sa Senado. Ang pagkakaiba ng malayo po kung magpapatuloy po tayo sa bersyon ito, hindi kaya posibleng magkaroon ng deadlock o impasse sa Bicameral Conference Committee, at kung mangyayari yun, hindi po ba magiging resulta ay walang anti-political dynasty law na may papasa?
Again, Mr. Speaker, that is what we do, no, and what as much as possible try to avoid. There will be discussions, I'm sure. Sigurado po yan. Medyo mainit po yung discussion sa BICAM. Sigurado po dahil yung may mga disagreeing provisions nga po. Kaya nga po magkakaroon, I think, ng mas masusing, ang narinig ko nga po kay Senate President, gusto niya live stream ng BICAM. Tayo naman po bilang chairman ay wala naman po problema kung ila-live stream ito para maging transparent po ating proseso. So inaiwasan po natin yan. We're hoping na magkakaroon talaga ng debate.
Ito po ay priority bill ng ating Pangulo. Tama po ba?
Yes po, isa po ito sa na-considera na LEDAC priority, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker.
So ito po ay napag-usapan sa LEDAC.
Napag-usapan po ito sa LEDAC, I'm sure. Because,
Ano po napagkasunduan? Kasi po nandun po ang ating Pangulo na siya po nag-prioritize na ito at pinangako niya ito sa kanyang mga pahayag sa mga mamamayan. Nandun din po ang miyembro ng mababang kapulungan, nandun din yung miyembro ng Senado. Wala po bang napagkasunduan kung anong uri? Dahil alam ko po, alam ng ating Pangulo yung ibig sabihin ng anti-political dynasty. Hindi po ba ito na pag-usapan man lang? Dahil alam ko po, para mas madali ang mga batas. Kaya nga tayo nagbubuo ng LEDAC para mapapag-usapan na, para sa ganun ay hindi na masyadong malayo yung mga magiging bersyon ng bawat batas sa bawat kapulungan. Hindi ba ito napag-usapan?
Naiintindihan ko po yung practicality na sinasabi po ni Congressman na aking kaibigan na galang-galang na Irise. Ngunit ang Pangulo po, totoo po yung kanyang sinasabi through his spokesperson, si Yusek Castro, na ginagalang po ng Pangulo yung proseso at independensya ng mababa at ng kapulungan at ng Senado. Sinasabi po niya kinakailangan magkaroon na ng legal definition ang anti-political dynasty. Ngunit kung paano po itong proseso na ito, paano po mag-arrive into different versions ang Kongreso, ang House of Representatives, ang Senado, ay kanya po itong nirerespeto sa pamamagitan ng hindi pag-intervene kung ano po yung magiging paksa o bersyon nitong dalawang kapulungan na ito. Dahil meron naman po talaga tayong mekanismo, ito po yung BICAM. Pero naninanais ko po sabihin kay Congressman Irise, ang very strict po na natatanggap natin na galing sa Pangulo at very much open naman po ang kanyang opisina na kinakailangan may anti-political dynasty at magkaroon na ng definisyon para mabuhay ang konstitusyon pagdating sa paglilimita ng monopolya ng bawat pamilya sa bawat distrito o bawat locality sa ating bansa.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, the version coming from this House is authored by the son of the President.
That is correct, Mr. Speaker.
And he did not consult the President on what is on the President's mind in prioritizing this particular bill.
I cannot speak for the majority leader, neither would I know the family dynamics
the
or
majority
what they
leader
discuss
is the
on table
author.
on dinner table. But my association with the majority leader is me being the chairman of the electoral reform, and he as our majority leader. We don't discuss about family matters or what discussions they discuss it over on the table with the President. So I would not know, Mr. Speaker.
Di po ba ang purpose ng LEDAC ay para magkaroon ng isang direksyon ang gobyerno? May isang polisiya ba o magkakaibang interes ang umiiral?
The purpose of LEDAC, Mr. Speaker, is for the national government to identify priority legislations that might be needed to attain the objective of a certain administration. In this case, the Marcos administration felt that we need to give life to the 40 years na nakastagnant na anti-political dynasty as far as this proposal is concerned.
Mr. Speaker, so you are saying that the only objective of the President is to provide a definition and not political reforms?
That is to make it more simple, but the impact of this proposal, Mr. Speaker, is to change altogether the political landscape. As stated earlier, Mr. Speaker, I have given you actual numbers on the direct impact of the anti-political dynasty on the municipal, city, government, and national level, Mr. Speaker.
Hindi po magkakaroon ng direct impact yung mga sinabi niyo pong numero, lilipat lang po ng posisyon.
That we cannot do because
Yes, lilipat lang po.
I am here as a sponsor, not as a clairvoyance. I cannot predict what will happen to those who will be displaced by this anti-political dynasty measure.
Mr. Speaker, allow me to go further. Because this is no longer just about legislative inconsistency. This is about sincerity. If this House passes a bill that effectively protects political dynasties, then what message that sends? It sends a message that the President's commitment to political reform ay hindi totoo. That his promise to prevent repetition of trillion peso corruption, particularly in sectors like flood control, ay hindi seryoso. That instead of real reforms, what we are seeing is appeasement, delay, at pagpapalipas ng galit ng taong bayan. Marami na po nagrarally against anti-political dynasty. Let us not deceive ourselves. When you file a weak law, when you pass a diluted version, when you allow contradiction between the House and the Senate, you are not solving the problem. You are buying time until people get tired, people forget, and accountability disappears. And that is the danger. Because corruption thrives not only in secrecy, but in delay, distraction, and deception. Mr. Speaker, ulitin ko po. Bilang pagwawakas, ulitin ko lang po, mabuti. Kung may papasa natin yung batas na ito, ay kung ako po ay tatakbong governor at nanalo, makakaupo ako.
Sana manalo ka.
Kung manalo po. Okay? Hypothetical question. Kung ako po ay tumakbong governor, nanalo ko, makakaupo ako. Tama po, pwede.
Yes, kung manalo po kayo.
Kung yung anak ko ay tumakbo na congressman sa 1st District at nanalo po, makakaupo din po.
Yes po, kung manalo.
Pwede po.
Kung manalo po.
Dalawa na kami. Yung isa ko pong anak, dalawa lang po yung anak ko. Tumakbo naman sa District 2 ng Caloocan at nanalo. Makakaupo din po.
Kung manalo po siya.
Manalo po. Tama,
Manalo po
tatlo
siya.
na kami. Yung asawa ko po na hindi nakikialam sa politika dahil sa batas na may papasahan na ito, nagka-interest na. Biglang tumakbo na senador. Pwede pa rin manalo at makaupo yung asawa.
Naku, ang laki ng gastos nyo, Manong
Oo,
Geres.
di bali po.
Manong Egay, ha?
Pero pwede po.
Kung manalo po siya.
Yung pamangking ko po at tumakbo ng vice mayor ng Caloocan, nanalo. Pwede pa rin po makaupo.
Kung manalo po siya, and I hope that is not your plan, ha?
Hindi nga po.
Medyo malaki ang gagastos.
Na-encourage po ako sa batas nyo eh. Sa panukala nyo. Pwede. 5.
Kung mananalo po, kasi ang taong bayan po ang magde-decide,
Kaya nga po,
Mr. Speaker,
kaya
Your
tanong mo
Honor.
nga lang po kung pwede. Pwede po.
Tama po, kung siya po yung pinoto ng ating taong bayan, sila po yung may kapangyarihan. So tama po, mananalo po kung
At
binoto
yung
ng taong bayan.
sister-in-law ko po, kung tumakbo pong mayor at nanalo, pwede pa rin makaupo.
Pag nanalo po at binoto siya ng taong bayan, mauupo po talaga siya.
So, ito po ay hindi po anti-political dynasty law. It will institutionalize political dynasties. At palagay ko po, mga tayong nag-Pinoy-henyo tayo, pwede ka na pwede. Kaya ang final na sagot ko po, hindi to anti-political dynasty law. Ito po ay isang budol. 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 Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po. Allow me to respond, Mr. Speaker, to the opinion of my good friend, Congressman Egay Irice. There's never been any anti-political dynasty in this country for 40 years. This is the first time that we are providing that measure, that policy, state policy, so that we can actually decentralize, decongest, and weaken the control of family over political resources over one political unit, Mr. Speaker. And to say the least is, to me, Mr. Speaker, does not have any point of reference. It does not hold any water. Because the current setup, Mr. Speaker, is allowing each and every one, regardless of whether or not you are a son, you're a daughter. This time, we have spelled out that there's no way a relative without the second degree of consanguinity and affinity be allowed to occupy public office. And that is progressive to me. That is progress. That is moving towards to none, to zero, to something, Mr. Speaker, Your Honors. We may differ our own interpretation. We may oppose this proposal. But what is certain, Mr. Speaker, what is certain is we allow the people to choose their leaders, and we disallow any family that would control resources of one political family simply because of their chances of winning, simply because that they are dominant in one particular family. And that is what we intend to break: concentration of powers, Mr. Speaker, without necessarily preventing, disallowing, or curtailing the right of the Filipino people to exercise their preferential right. As a Republican democratic state, the right to vote is the most important right of all. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker.
Maraming salamat.